overall, really good effort from the entire roster. I thought we set the tone early, not letting Atlanta get out in transition, get to the free throw line, not letting some of their key players get comfortable early. And even when we struggled a little bit in the second quarter, I thought we were getting quality shots by the right people, namely Tiffany Mitchell, but she didn't let it affect the other end of the floor. And let me back up and say this. I thought Erica Wheeler started the game with a lot of energy, a lot of execution, not just making shots. She did a really good job of running her team. And, we just went with players who were coming in and helping us. I thought Elena Larkins did a great job early on with Williams. And then Nat continued that. Some of the things that won't show up on the stat sheet. But overall, just a nice effort. Nice to shoot, 54% from the field. Nice to keep Atlanta off the free throw line and take care of the ball relatively nice against a really aggressive team.
You guys held Atlanta to under 40% shooting throughout the entire game. What did you do specifically to keep them hitting their shots?
Well, we all scout, and we know players' tendencies. You try to make them a little bit uncomfortable and not let them go to options 1 or 2. And sometimes it's just a mindset. Atlanta has players that can get shots they want. It was a matter of contesting and being disciplined and not putting them on the line. For me, they're a team that averages almost 25 free throws a game, and they shot 15. So that's the discipline part. And it's hard to do. They have some really good players that make it tough. So kudos to our players, everyone that came in the game for locking in.
You mentioned Tiffany there. She couldn't get on the board in the first half, but in the second half she scored 14 points. What turned around for her over the break?
She seems to stay locked in defensively. Most players, when they're not scoring, their body language changes and they're not as in tune to the defensive stuff. She seems to get her juice from defense. And then I thought Erica Wheeler did a good job of getting her the ball in space where she could attack the basket. I thought she was a lot more under control. We talked about, listen, when you get your feet in the paint, land on 2 so you can have some balance. And look, that's Tiff. I seem to say that a lot about her. She doesn't let something that happened in the past affect her.
You guys had the lead. They cut it close there in the fourth until Erica hit that 3 with about 2 minutes left. How did you keep them poised out there?
I thought the comfort offensively came early. And it was nice that it came with Wheeler because she's handling the basketball. Then in the middle, she started reading the defense, getting Candace some touches, getting Nat some touches, swinging the basketball. But when you start good, you're feeling kind of good, she has some confidence, and they've been getting in the gym shooting shots. Even when our last game when we couldn't throw it in the ocean from the boat, I wasn't tripping because it was great. It was good shots, and so it was nice to see those shots fall in tonight.
You mentioned scouting and teams becoming, aware of what other opponents have. Have you noticed that opponents are becoming more aware of Erica? And she's getting her points, obviously.
Yeah.
But have you noticed that our teams throwing different things at her now to try and slow her down?
I thought that happened a little bit tonight. Early on she got comfortable. A few people on her. They tried to close the gap a little bit. But when Erica plays in transition, it's really hard to scheme because she has so much speed, and then you combine that with space, she wins. So we try to keep a nice pace so she has more space. But yeah, they were going under, then she's making shots, so they changed, and they started switching just to really break her rhythm. And that's the maturation that I like to see. She's not just doing it one way. She's slowing down, taking a peek, and reading things.
Candace didn't have a great offensive night for most of the game. She had trouble getting the ball in, at least for the first 3 quarters. What kind of impact do you think she made away from the basket?
I thought early on, Dantas has been playing really well for them. And I thought Candace, her timing on contesting shots, knowing where to be defensively in position, not just on Dantas, but on other players. She's just a cerebral, smart player. So some of that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but I thought she was huge in the fourth quarter. I was like, welcome to the party, because she hit a couple of really big shots.
You mentioned other positive things tonight. This being a home game, another win, but then on the road, as you know, this team has struggled. Why does this team play so well here at home, and why does this team look so different on the road? How do you assess that?
$1 million question. I always want to give credit to the opposition. I like to think part of it is we love home, other teams love home. I think you go into a place -6, not -20, and that's just comfort. That's just your rims. That's just sleeping in your bed. I think the first 3 minutes of the road games are really important when you can establish yourself and you get comfort and you see the opposition. But I mean, part of it, I want to give credit to the opposition. You know, we played some teams early, but then I think, you know, part of it is we have to do things more consistently for a longer period of time. Like even in the games where we didn't play well, we're doing the right thing, but we weren't, you know, extending the time on it, just inconsistent. And, you know, we have another chance on Sunday to correct that.